welcome back. We're watching once again some more Hunter x Hunter. Of course, some are doing better than others. Already having to say goodbye to some butlers, even if they are being left alone in the forest. Maybe they'll be found, maybe not. But hey, Kira at least is getting ever closer to his goal of healing Gon, bringing Alika out of the family estate. Of course, it might not only be Irumi who's chasing after him. Multitude of needle people also in the running. But getting some help from the Hunter Association, having them all join in to try and fight back against the Horde. I don't see it going well, to be fair. But luckily, we get to see it, so strap yourselves in, let's get started. I mean, sure, we're gonna have to get straight back into the votes, but after all of this, who is going to receive the majority of votes and get voted in? I mean, some of them playing to their particular strengths and their target audience. So what is Bisky's good speech approach to all of this is meant to be? Vote for someone worth supporting. I think she's practiced this speech a few times. Remember the oldest gourmand? Yeah, this hors d'oeuvre is making a compelling reason to vote. I've probably said it before, but I've only voted a handful of times. And I don't believe any of it is really... It really matters all too much for a singular vote. But when you've got characters like these who could easily change the course of the association or the wider world, some of them you may not want to even allow near the position of power. Especially with the sway that a Hunter Association has, you'd think there'd be a better hold on it. And after everything like what we saw with the boost in popularity for Leorio, is Jin actually going to see Gon at some point? Or is this after... Not surprising. He just stumbled across it. He's still got to make it exciting, though, doesn't he? Damn. Well, there goes his fun. Someone sneak up on a... Oh yeah, Kind of like when, Gon was tailing Ahsoka and they got someone else following him. They are somewhat skilled to be able to keep tabs on her while also not being immediately spotted. It's good fortune. Maybe Killua rising up high, out of view. Is her... Answered immediately. Is her ability more than just a motorbike? It was kind of mentioned before, and I did wonder. Must be somewhat chilly up here above the clouds, though, with very little protection. And with all of those just going silent, I'm guessing the vote is going to have a few less attendees. Are they just trying to distract them with throwing nobodies around? Well, it was fun knowing him. I doubt we'd be seeing much of this character going forward. And considering that they have just thrown away a bunch of votes that would have been for them with those hunters who were sent on a mission. And the fact that they aren't exactly doing all of this for the goodness of the association and whatnot, but just to win votes. He's... Why does he always have to sparkle? And considering... Oh, they're all temp hunters. I guess it doesn't matter that much. But considering he has such a vast lead, 200 odd votes, something drastic is going to have to happen to shift that. It's fun for him, isn't it? There's the news they didn't want to... Definitely didn't want to hear. Dozens of strong soldiers, or just one psychopath. How do you know their conversation? Or they've just gotten extra careful. Wait until the clouds disperse a little, see if they get the gaze back on them. And everything that has been built up here will be for naught. So she's caught between a rock and a hard place there. The plan was already in place to evacuate everyone, create a little safe area away from prying eyes. Yeah, everyone seems to be having some issues there. However, it's quite easy to like track airships, especially if they've got flight paths and they've got to land somewhere, don't they? And how much of a struggle is Gon actually going through? Sure, he's just laying in a bed, kind of comatose right now, but how difficult and how much issue is his treatment? Hopefully, he hasn't been compromised. Ah, okay. How are they here already? It is it is a shame that Killua didn't think of this eventuality, that he'd be. Hang on, these are the ones that we saw get infected with the needles long right at the beginning of it all. And there's a certain footsteps and gate there which he really didn't want to see. How could their position have been leaked? Sorry for a bit of a cut there. I got someone at the door, but still. Killua hiding things about the rules for his sister's ability there. Is there anything else that we haven't been told yet that might actually help out in this situation? I don't think that would be a fair trade. What about Nanika? Is that also just the physical prowess of a normal child? Come to help out right now? Already here to ask your next demands? Huh. Oh, okay. So, having a constant camera feed from her lens there, quite a. Hmm. I mean, she's hired by the family after all. So, first it was the Pinky, now What was that grin? I mean, can't deny one of her requests. At least it's just a bunch of nails. So necessary. What's she trying to make? A collection of earrings or something out of them? Well, now he's on guard, isn't he? The way out of this? What is he? What kind of wish is he going to be made? Sacrificing whoever he needs to get the. Yeah. So we'll have to switch over and get someone else to do it. But still, wasn't that his plan in the first place? Get someone else to make the wish for him on that, and then take the demands from it. Soka, please stop enjoying this so much from the shadows. Isn't a family member, so it's kind of exempt from the rules. He is being pushed to the limits here. The fact he is so as long as you can continue to toy with him from beyond the grave. I mean, he is the big hurdle in the journey up to Gon, but he's still weighing up the pros and cons of this. Trying to make the and then, well, what about Gon? He just wants to see people turn against him and have a fun little time together. Huh. Not an outcome that Irumi expected there. I mean, the wish has been made now. At least she'll have a bunch more nails to hand over. Which is why he can't just make the wish to heal Gon right now. You did a good job there. Little tuckered out there. It's not once demanded anything cruel. So as long as the wishes aren't made with greed or malice in mind, the kickback from it isn't going to be all too bad. If it won't harm the family, then he has no reason to stand in the way anymore. But still need to be kept away to make sure it doesn't cause any more harm. And until the extra rule set and whatnot is out in the open, he's not going to give up the hunt. He'd never back down. But yet so many of the hunters and members of the ones that were being voted for here being wiped out. Oh no. If Ahsoka is going to go see him while he's in the midst of a speech, televised as well, it might cause a stir. So, if nothing else, causing more mayhem, trouble, and issues with further voting, yeah, why wouldn't Ahsoka be right in the center of this? And how is Merrill going to be involved in all of this, considering his ties with the old chairman in that faction? Is he going to be also on the list? You don't tie a man of the sea to dry land. Just, yeah, give everything up, leave the votes behind, and using a Joker? Really? He's got a sick sense of humour. Hello? Are you listening? And with several of them being dropping out of the running there, the list of candidates to vote for is thinning out. It probably isn't the first or the last time that we'll have a election that is marred in assassinations and bloodshed. I do love the fact we had essentially basically trying to gain some favour and votes, put themselves higher up the list, ended up just really backfiring. Rather than trying to appeal to people and with good policies and relatable people in charge, no, just through small actions to get a bit into the limelight. Yep, great. Get yourselves all murdered in the process. It's a dangerous job, this Hunter Association business. As far as danger to named characters is concerned, though, having only that one butler suffer the fate, I guess that's a start. Considering that Canary is somewhat fine, and you got the others who are, well, they're in Izumi's gaze, healed up, realize, oh, hang on, we don't need to be so scared of this thing. maybe they'll be off the hook and we don't have to worry about them too much. Apart from Ahsoka, he's still out there having fun. It's like, yeah, sure, abiding by some orders, doing what Hirumi tells him to. But if he sees an opportunity to have some extra fun, there's never going to be stopping him there. I do wonder what kind of revelations the Nanika is going to bring up. The extra rules that Killua is definitely keeping to himself there, mainly for partly his own protection, but also probably hers. But other than just throwing people into the meat grinder, getting them all involved, why did Hisoka go into the Hunter Association and deal with one or two of the people in the running? Getting too close to making it difficult for him. If Nanika doesn't ask for anything dangerous or problematic after healing, what are the requests? Is it going to be as simple as, like give a pat on the head, a hug? Or is it going to be something more abstract, but at least not life-threatening? And maybe if any of the family had actually managed to, or bothered to, try and make a worthwhile connection and relationship with the not part of their family, they might too have certain exemptions to the rule set. If indeed Killua is special in that regard because he actually tried. But also, yes, the small detail there, having the spy on the inside, not actually anyone actively being a mole or under the control of Hirumi with the needles, but more just, oh yeah, my monocle has been a transceiver for everything that she sees. Of course, we've seen the mother, and she is a little robotic, so having inventions and the like this, not surprising in the slightest. I would like to see more of what her capabilities are. But now that it's known, I don't think it's going to be so easy to fall for it a second, third, fourth time. And although the arc isn't exactly as damning or life-threatening as the Chimera Ant one, in fact, this is more centered around the characters, their trials and turmoils, rather than worldly annihilation. Got just a slight bit more connection to it. But I do wonder, though, if his brother is backing off for the time being, considering what has now been learned about Nanika. What is the next stumbling block that Killua is going to face on his journey to go and see Gon? We've got a couple of episodes left, so it's not going to just be, oh, let's just hop over there. Sorted. Unless it is, and then we're just doing the rest of the vote. We'll have to find out. If you're enjoying Hunter x Hunter, let me know. If you thought anything here was entertaining, consider subscribing so that I can see you again in the next one and not have to accidentally miss any. But for now, get yourselves a bit of a break so that I can see you there. After watching several of these episodes, I know for a fact that if I was to ever be part of an election, I would be trying to get out of that as much as possible. Mainly because I don't want to be tied into a competition where a jester could burst in at any moment. And you may say it's not exactly commonplace, but I'm not taking that risk. So, in the meantime, I do need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Shiwan, Guado, Tori Jane, Croyville, Kite, Lightwizard91, Mercury42, Diego Zenhausen, Maxwell, Cardboard, and everyone else. Because more than just keeping my channel alive, they don't ask for fingernails in return.